Hey, welcome back. So today we're in the shop. I don't know if it shows in the video, but it's raining outside there. So good day for working on things in the shop. So one of the things I was going to show you is kind of give you an update on the rack that I had built for carrying the side-by-side on the truck. So this has been in a couple videos I did a while back when I first built it. And I built it to do a trip to Utah, went to the Airpine Trail, and then went to Moab for a little while. So it never got painted or anything. I threw it together and was like, okay, I gotta go because I wanted to be able to go to the different trails in Moab, and and I didn't want to have to hook up the toy hauler because at the time I was hauling around in the toy hauler. So I built it for that trip. Was the main reason that motivated me to build it. So that's been a couple years now. And it hasn't been painted, and I keep finding little things. I'll show you a couple of the things along the way that I've decided to add. Like, it's got these hold downs right here, and right here, and right here. When I first built it, like when I went to Moab, what I would do is I would hook it in the truck bed to the tie downs, and I'd go right up over this, which this spot right here is shiny. If you're up on top, it's smooth. It don't have any rust started on it. So I'd put a regular strap right up over that and tied that down there. And then I'd do another strap back here and go up over these bars and tie that down. So it was just tied down into the truck bed with two tie down straps. They would be, I'd use one of these, like you use for your big trailers, and then I would have a smaller one like this on the back because there wasn't room to run the ratchet handle on these big ones on the back. And that's all I used. And then I would tie the side-by-side in there with the wheel bonnets. So it'd have wheel bonnets that go over it. They hook up right here, and then it goes over the tire, and then I have this bar right here. This is a bigger angle that's thicker, and then I put this on here also to give it more strength, and it gives the hook a little area to grab. Same thing up here on the front. I got one of those, and then the strap comes over the front up here and hooks on this. And on this rig, I'm using this type of hook. So it hooks on there real nice. And then, from that first trip, I'd learned things like, you're taking the ramps and sliding them in here. And man, that's kind of a pain. I should make a pocket where they'd stand up on the side. So I had that idea for a while. Went ahead and made the pocket, and then I have these little UHMW, which is a plastic strips that I'm gonna put in here so that it'll slide in and out of there and not rattle and not rip the paint off of the ramps. That one's not too bad, but and then as it's tapered up there, you actually push it in, and then it'll kind of lock in there, and you close the tailgate, and the thing won't rattle, it won't make any noise, or I won't have to tie it. And then if I lock the tailgate, nobody can steal my ramps, because if you know, those are not cheap. I didn't build those, I bought them. So yeah, I'm working on that, and I've been using them without the UHMW, and it's like, okay, I gotta get this done, and then I think of something else. So I'd always planned on doing something so that I can tie it, because most of these things are tied in with turnbuckles off of your tie downs in your truck. But I did a trip over to Bend one year, and I had this strap going over, and I'm coming back, and whenever I get out of the truck, I always check the straps, and front strap was a little loose. Well, that's weird. The strap never comes loose. I give it a couple clicks, and it's tight, and I come home. Then when I'm unloading everything, I realized that the tie down on that side in the bed, the bolts were actually backing out. So, ooh, That's not good. So since I have a slide-in truck bed camper also, I have the bars that go underneath. And I thought, you know, I'm going to put tie downs out here also. So I have the option, if I really wanted to tie this thing down really good, I could have a strap that goes from here to the tie down in the truck, from here, and I could take one here, and I could go to the ones on the camper tie downs. Same thing with these. I can go to the camper tie down. I can tie these in the bed. So say I was going to go down a off-road trail with the side-by-side on top of there, I might want all of those on there just so I know for sure that thing ain't coming loose. Not going to put too much load on anything. But it's just that freaked me out, and I wanted to have the option. So nothing was painted yet. I'll go ahead and throw in some tie-down points. So that's what those are there for. You'll probably never see anyone that has those. But, and they're stainless steel, so when I hook stuff in there, I don't have to worry about, when I do paint it, don't have to worry about the paint knocking off and having rust bleed. So that's what I got going on back here. I'm trying to get this thing done and painted or powder coated. My wife's trying to get me to powder coat it. And I have a little bit of paint that was on this back part, and there's a little bit down this side you can see, but the whole thing's not painted. And what I realized, you know, one of those things you just don't think about, when I put the ramp on here, it scratches all the paint off the back here. Well, I don't want to paint the thing nice or have it powder coated and get that screwed up. So now I'm welding a little stainless strip on here and on here, so when the ramp goes on, if it does, I don't have, you know, if it does remove paint, I don't have to worry about rust bleeding. My whole idea with this, when I built it, was I'm going to build one, and people always want these. I know I'd be able to sell it, build one, and I'll learn all the things that I would like to do different. So then I could build another one, and then when the other one's built, I can sell this one, and I would have upgrades. For example, if I was to build another one just like this tube going across here, I would make stainless, and this one I would make stainless. So when you throw the ramp on there, you don't have to worry about rust bleeding. There were some other ones that I'd make stainless. I would make these tie-down points stainless, so I don't have to worry about ripping paint off of those. And I would maybe make this curb an inch taller. And I would love it if these bars here were removable so that I could get in and out of the bed easy. Maybe even be able to put a small motorcycle in there underneath. But if for nothing else, just to be able to get in and out of the bed easy. Having removable bars here might be in a future design. There's several things like that. Oh, the other one was these bottom bars around the bottom where you're sliding it in and out of your truck and wherever you store it. I think I would make those stainless, so I don't have to worry about the paint getting ripped off of the bottom and then that rusting. So a couple things like that. You know, like I said, all these tie-down points are stainless because I did that after the fact. And anyway, it's worked out good. I'm glad I built it. And right now I'm just working on adding that stainless there. And then I'm going to be going to the UTV takeover in Winchester Bay. And I might want to take the truck out on the dunes to watch some of the events. So I wanted to be able to put whip lights on it, just like the ones that are on that four-wheeler. So I might get another set of those Kimimoto whip lights to put up here, but the wires aren't long enough. So I'm adding a bracket right here to mount a whip light. I also drilled a hole up here because I would like them up here, but they won't quite reach with the wires that are on it. So I'm just going to make it simple and put one there, but I put a hole there anyway case I want to add some other flags. It's one of those things, you know, as a fabricator, you're always going to see stuff. Oh, I should do that different. Oh, I should add this. On my next one, I might put brackets on it for putting lights. Like I wouldn't mind having running lights going all the way down the side and spotlights off the side. So if you're at camp or something like that, you can light up all around it. Maybe a light bar on the front. But I don't think I'm going to get into that on this one. I think I'll think about that for the next design. You know, I might have little ears welded in here for lights to mount. You know, pick out a light and design it around that. So anyway, that's one of the things. Since it's raining, my wife just had knee surgery for the second time. I sent her back to work too soon, so the first one did not work. So I can't go out and do a bunch of activities because I need to be around for her. So I get to come out to the shop for a few hours every once in a while, work on lawn equipment. You got that tow behind. Got this tow behind that I just put a new carburetor on last night. You got the Deere over there. I got the Craftsman. Trying to mow all this property. It's ridiculous. But I can mow with this also. So I've got the hitch set up so I can tow my tow behind. So when I'm not in the mood to be out there bouncing around in a riding mower, I can hook it on this and just idle around the property, and that'll get a lot of it. Anyway, just kind of straighten up this mess. Trying to get that done and out of the way, just so that it's done. And also I need it out of the way because this pile of steel right here is the next rack I'm building. Building one that'll go from the back of the cab forward over the cab up to the front bumper, so you can carry a side-by-side up on top over the cab, and still tow a fifth wheel. So that's for my buddy. That Razor that you've seen on my channel that I've done all the accessories on, it'd be for him. So I gotta do some straightening up and get the shop a little cleaner because it's kind of a mess here. So that's where I am. So I just thought I'd give you a little update on where I am on the rack, how the rack's been holding up. Been working great. It's got some welds in it that I don't like the way they look. My welder was having issues at the time. They're all holding. I just don't like the way they look. They're too built up. So that's another thing I'd like to do when I build a new one. I'll have nicer welds on it. But works awesome. Real happy with it. I'm going to build at least one more. All right. Well, that's the update of what's going on with the side-by-side rack. And doing a little cleaning in the garage on a rainy day. And then I better get off this and head in the house and check on the wife, see if she needs anything. I'm going to try to get back out here and do a little more tinkering. Slowly inch my way towards having that done and getting everything ready for the UTV takeover. I'm going to be down there for the whole week. If you're down in the area, feel free to say hi. Be running around in the general. I would really love to be able to get the SS360 paddles for the back of this to replace the standard paddle that I've been running, because I think those 360s would be a lot easier on my belt. And if you follow my channel, you know that I have issues in the dunes. It's a heavy machine, and I keep up with my buddies that are on sport machines. So, you know, the belt's working hard when it's out there. And I think there's something I haven't found yet. I think there's something that's not quite right in the clutch. That's shortening the life even more. I know it's not uncommon for people to blow belts at the dunes, but it's a little ridiculous how fast these are worn out. The primary's been replaced, so it's got to be something in the secondary. I don't know. So I either got to change the whole clutch out or put a Duraclutch on or something like that. You got any suggestions? Throw them in the comments. I'd love to hear different ideas. If somebody's been through this issue, you know, maybe that'll help. Okay, I think I'm starting to ramble a little bit. All right, I'm going to head in the house, check on the wife, and then I'll head back out here and tinker on some of these projects, and we will see you on the next one.